Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to an even bluer episode of Blueprints than you've ever seen before. Welcome back. This is episode number... Crap, I don't have my list open. 138. Welcome back to episode 138 of our blind playthrough of Blueprints. Oh, buddy, we are in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. Welcome. In the last episode, we began our archival... we're sort of a librarian. We're a historian. We're a librarian. We began our archival efforts in the atelier, or the rough draft of Mount Holly. We put our Morajai thinking caps on, our Morajai box thinking caps on, and just started down the beginnings, the very fresh start of the process of trying to solve what's going on with the rough draft. I had the best time ever. However, I did completely not pay attention to my footsteps, and so I forgot that I needed to call it a day inside of Secret Passage in order to make the Blessing of the Monk work out so that it would stay outside, etc., etc. We're actually out of the Blessing of the Monk right now. So we have to start today's episode by getting Blessing of the Monk via Shrine, and then getting Secret Passage so that we can put it outside, so that we can, etc., etc., etc. Along the way, you better believe I'm going to add a Spiral of Stars. Listen, I wouldn't be me if I didn't. What's the new word for Spiral of Stars? Your day will immediately end if you ever attempt to add another star? Interesting. Add another. That's funny. I wonder what that is. But yeah, I mean, welcome back. So while we are starting today's episode, I do have some thoughts to hit you with, because I can't tell you why I was having this conversation, because secrets may or may not be in the works. And I can't give you any further details other than that. However, I was having a conversation with a really lovely human the other day about Blueprints. A very careful conversation. The person knew exactly how far I was in the game, and revealed zero new information, thank God. They were very careful and very super kind. But we were talking about this playthrough so far. And we were talking a little bit about where I'm at right now. And I promise I sought no hints. I sought no... I did not get any like new perspectives or anything. I didn't get any clues. But I did, as part of, you know, in the beauty of... in the true beautiful way that human conversation tends to do, I, in the process of talking through my feelings on where I was in the game, realized some new feelings about where I was in the game, which is... I'm so happy right now to be at a fresh start for something. Frankly, we can make Foyer more rare. Let's make it standard at the very least. When we stepped into the entirely blue house, into the atelier and into that, we discovered a vast quantity of new puzzles that we would most likely quickly make progress through. We discovered approximately 45 new Morajai boxes, 45 new poster or picture drawing puzzles. We discovered a new, if we count if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes, etc. We discovered a bunch of new puzzles. And so we went from having 1 or maybe 2 puzzles, Tinted Rosevine, a Hidden Hue, that were exceptionally difficult, at least for me, at least at that moment, to getting, I don't know, approximately 150 puzzles, most of which feel very solvable. And in that moment, I learned something. Actually, I didn't learn it in that moment. I learned it later when I was talking to somebody. In that moment, I learned something about the gameplay loop of this game. And one of the reasons that I think this game is really intelligent, or intelligently designed from a player experience perspective, because you go in this cyclical nature of like discovering a new type of puzzle or set of puzzles, and then progressing it through 3 or 4 steps and solving it, which then tends to reveal a new set of puzzles. You sort of, one way to sort of graph it or think about it would be that you, when you start a new puzzle, often the difficulty is relatively low, and it sort of gives you momentum again in terms of puzzle solving. The way I would phrase it, the way I phrased it in this conversation is, the game is so good at making you hungry. Of course you're hungry for footsteps, but what I mean by that is the game is so good at making me specifically, at least this is how I feel, I don't know if you feel the same way, really hungry for the next puzzle. And I've said that a million times over the last 138 episodes, but I'm going to be so sad when the puzzles are gone, because one of the greatest things that this game has taught me is how great that starting a puzzle feeling feels, and how hungry for that I am. And so when you get to the end of a hard puzzle, if this game, in my opinion, of course, if this game is a house of cards where the top levels of puzzles are built upon a very careful, fragile layer of puzzle below that you have to solve, you have to solve, you have to solve, you have to solve, every time you start a new row of cards, the hunger is very real. I don't know. I've just been thinking about this game a lot over the last couple days. Can you tell? And something about this specific place we're at, where you kind of begin again, a fresh start, a brand new house, a hidden hue. Something about that place in particular has made it really click into place for me that the game has been constantly... I can't get any of these, right? I can't gain keys or gems, yeah. The game has been constantly teaching me, hey, teaching me, like, for lack of a better word, teaching me to be hungry, and teaching me to, I can't gain footsteps either, through this, like, gameplay loop, to keep hungering after another level. Okay, so we're having a problem. Here was my thought when I started drafting. Let's go get Geist Bedroom so that we get 2 dice so that we can go outside so that we can get Shrine for sure. And then... we can call it a day. Inside of a secret passage that we will find. Now we're down to 31 footsteps, 0 keys, 1 gem. I should not have selected Observatory. That's on me. But I can't gain money either. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to use the shrine? This is actually very interesting. If I can't gain or lose money, can I put money in the shrine? We have 3 gems, or 3 keys, so let's go find out. It is a kind of neat thing about this game that... I'm going to pick Banner of the King Hallways here and see if I can't get... Come on. See if I can't get Secret Passage. Does that cost a gem? It does. Oh boy. Well, we're already screwed. I really didn't do this very well. I got too distracted talking about how much I love this game. Okay. We can at least get Blessing of the Monk, maybe. Let's go test it out. If not, we may have just completely wasted a day inside of the house. But inside of the old house, the newer house, but the older in terms of how much time I've spent inside of it. Older to me. Yeah. This is why Observatory just keeps biting me in the ass. I need to either leave Spiral of Stars completely alone or focus completely upon it. Excuse me? I didn't think I made it last episode, right? I didn't think I made it inside of it. I don't actually want it now. Now I want Shrine because I need to get the Blessing of the Monk again, probably. Unless there's something weird about once you have opened the thing. Okay, let me try and describe what I'm saying. I don't think I made it inside of Secret Passage last. Ooh, there could be a couple things happening. At the end of the last episode, I believe that I ran out of footsteps because I didn't pay attention to them literally the entire run because I was focused on other things. Mostly Morajai puzzle boxes and whether or not I could get stroke on side in the text of my Photoshop document. Guess what? I figured it out. Shout out to the very short YouTube tutorial I watched. I was too bit worried about other things, so I didn't make it back to Secret Passage. Meaning, the Blessing of the Monk that I believe I did have open did not trigger inside of Secret Passage. However, it just appeared inside of our outer room drafts, which to me suggests one of a couple things. One, maybe if you call it a day inside of the rough draft house at all, then Secret Passage will appear. Like the rough draft house still triggers Blessing of the Monk to make Secret Passage appear. That's one option. Two, maybe once you have selected the blue book, you've like still water tinted the blank book that becomes blue inside of Secret Passage. Maybe Secret Passage just becomes an outer room. Maybe it becomes a room you can get outside. I don't know. We'll have to test that, or maybe not. I don't know that I'm interested in testing it as long as I can keep getting back to the old house, the rough draft house, the blue house. Let's hit confirm here and see if I can actually spend the coins. I can. Okay. Perfect. We have Blessing of the Monk. So, unfortunately, we don't have a gem or anything to make it to make Secret Passage appear. So, technically, I think we could get like Foyer. No, we couldn't. Never mind. Also, Foyer just means it's unlocked, not that it has 0 cost. I don't know. I think we're probably screwed here, but that's all right. We'll just call it a day in approximately 11 footsteps and go from there. Got a shovel that I don't need. I just want to go do my Morajai puzzle boxes. I'll be so honest with you. Corridor is always left unlocked, sure, but I don't have the footsteps to make this happen. I guess we just call it a day, right? I can't think of any other reason to call it a day somewhere else. We'll just... One of the days of Blessing of the Monk won't matter, but that's okay. I want to get going on the... I want to get back to the blue house. I want to get back there. I want to solve more Morajai puzzle boxes. I also have an idea about how I might organize my shitty Photoshop document that has that I'm using to kind of keep track of what rooms are in the blue house and what the Morajai puzzle box answers are. Let's test something here. Okay, we didn't get it. I was going to say, if it appears here, secret tunnel, that would tell us something. It did not. So, you know. Now our goal is just to go get it so that we can draft it. But it's a kind of funny mechanic that I might need to, every 6 days spent in the house, go, or really 5 days spent in the house, maybe. 6 days spent in the house if everything goes correctly. I might need to... Sorry, I have to be more specific. Every 6 days spent in the blue house, I might have to come back to the timely manner and, you know, draft shrine out there, draft, etc., etc. Secret passage, just to allow my... You have to, like, unlock your ability to keep playing the extra hard puzzles. Conservatory out here is fine. That was my last gym. I probably shouldn't have done that. But if we get secret passage out here, for instance, I'll make it so god dang rare, or commonplace. What is currently the rarity on... It's actually commonplace. It's already the most common it can be. That's good. We won't take observatory here. I don't have the gems. We won't take observatory here until we are absolutely certain that we have what we need for this run. Because I don't want to ruin my chances of getting secret passage. Storeroom is nice because it gives us the gems that we need. Man, what a game. I somehow kind of feel like I haven't caught my breath yet. I'm going to take Geist's Bedroom, even though it's a dead end. I mean, I've been playing it for nearly a year. And I kind of feel like I haven't really come up for air in that year to look around and be like, wait a second. This game is so abnormal compared to what I'm used to. I think there's going to be one of those times here before too long. I think there's going to be a time when I just kind of look up from this game and I'm like, oh my god, that game, to not put it to put it in a way that I don't think is too drastic, changed my life. I feel like this game has changed the way I see things. We're not going to take the observatory stuff, but we are going to draft it. Come on, give me a god dang secret passage. Mostly I haven't had a chance to like look up from it, catch my breath, because I'm just like, God, who's got time for that? There's another puzzle to solve. I can't catch my breath. If I catch my breath, I'm never going to figure out what a hidden hue means. Remember Scorched Sundial? There it is. Beautiful. Okay, secret passage is where we will call it a day. Until then, let's go get the quick little one extra word for Spiral of Stars. See if you add another star? It's got to be, right? No. Did that just end my day? It's word. It's word. Did that... Please tell me that did not just end my day. You can no longer gain steps or gems or keys or gold. Your day will immediately end if you ever attempt to add another word. The game is telling me what I have already learned. Hilariously, I just learned it. The game is telling me, Ryan, you can't do Spiral of Stars and other things. You have to pick one. If you select Spiral of Stars, it will be the end of your run. That's really funny. That's really kind of amazing. Okay, here's my plan for the rest of the episode. You guessed it. Morajat puzzle boxes. I am going to pay a little bit closer attention to my footsteps because I want to see... when I say last episode, I truly did not look at my footsteps until the end. I literally never looked at them. I never glanced once. So I want to learn. One of the things I'm curious about learning in this episode is there any I don't know why I'm grabbing money. I don't think I need it, but I'm going to grab it anyways. Where does the... Like, in the hallway that sort of runs between rooms, where is the threshold for losing a footstep, entering a new room, quote-unquote? Secret passage is here. It is blue. I can see it. Okay, entering secret passage is a footstep. Should be going through this door as a footstep. It is. Okay, we're into the atelier. By the way, I have had one other thought about this note real quick that I will talk about. Why does that animation play? That's got to be something. Test draft, but then it... Oh, that's got to be something. It's like it's... I have so many thoughts and so little time to say it all out loud. I feel like when that animation plays, it's like a shuffling of the cards, is what it is, the feeling it evokes in me. But I don't know how that plays out into the mechanics, because so far what I have seen is that the rooms have been the same. Like, in the same location. Maybe it's the hallway that is being shuffled. Maybe it's the lanterns. I don't know. I need to take better notes on all of that. That's for sure. And we may try and tackle some of that note-taking today. I have an idea about how to maybe figure it out. Anyways, I have a thought about something in this note because I was thinking about it the other day. Do you think, this is a rhetorical question, this is just me talking out loud, please don't actually type an answer in the comments below, because this is still a blind playthrough. More on that later. Do you think when Lady Orave says, "It was my intent to craft inviting rooms that might appeal to the citizens of the realm," do you think Lady Orave was trying to sell this idea? The mass production of the floor plans? Do you think she was trying to sell it? Or do you think she was trying to sort of weaponize it? I wonder about, and by that I mean like politically weaponize it. I wonder about the sort of political, like context of 1913 in this game. I wonder about the... Herbert has had political motives the entire time. My mother has had political motives the entire time. The color you draft a room matters in the other house. I wonder if there wasn't something like that here. Maybe very different, maybe not there at all, but I wonder. I do wonder. It's been on my mind. Okay, speaking of this game being a blind playthrough, unfortunately, I did have a... I saw a backseating comment on YouTube. This one right here, Pi. I know what this is now because I saw a comment. Pi, P-I, versus Pi, P-I-E. Those are different. I would have liked to try and figure that out myself. Unfortunately, I saw it in a comment. Reminder to not write comments that even if they are in some way joking, might sort of change the way that I see the game, because you can only see the game, you can only see the answers once, and then they're in your head forever. So we're gonna double check this because, you know, I want to make sure that it's... There's so much to talk about in so little time. Can you tell by how fast my voice is going this episode that I'm just... There's too much to talk about. One of the things I want to check, if I step across this... Did I just lose 2 footsteps? That was not expected. Okay. That's 1. So these right here. Okay, so let's do the footstep test first. Let's do the footstep test first. Is this another one? It is not. So this line right here is 1. Is this line 1? It is not. So these 2 lines I can go back and forth across as much as I want. But something about this line right here. Okay. So then my guess on this place right here would be that crossing this counts as 1 footstep. Crossing this counts as 0. Okay? Crossing this should count as 0. Yes. My guess is that the next footstep would be right here. Is that the case? No. No. Is it here then? No. Is it here? Where are the footstep lines? Is it like East Wing versus West Wing? There's no lanterns in this part of the hallway, so it doesn't have to do with lanterns. This should be free, 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 free. This one right here is not free. Okay. Here is what I want to try and do. We entered right there. What would we need to annotate on a map to make it clear how this house functions? Well, one, I used this old map to sort of describe or to piece together. I wanted to contain things inside of squares for each room. However, in this game, in this house, things are not quite that way. This, I'll make it yellow real quick. This is not the border of a room. It is actually a passable hallway. So I think what I may do is like annotate that in some way, or attempt to. So here's kind of my thought. Solid line means that is a hallway. On the other hand, so right here, right here, this is a hallway. Right here, this is a hallway. The hallways eventually end. I'm looking at my footsteps, by the way. I want to see where this stops. The pattern switches here. Still not new footsteps. Still not new footsteps. Still not new footsteps. Still not new footsteps. We're at 61 and we're going to be at 61 until we die, apparently. This is so weird. I haven't even looked inside of any of these buildings yet. Right here. This should be a hallway. But it is not. You get what I'm saying? So this right here. That should be a hallway, but it is not. So, here's what I'm going to do. I want to very slowly, as I map this place by wandering from room to room to solve Morajai puzzle boxes, to solve poster puzzles, as I've been calling them recently in my head, I want to also note where the hallways are. So, as we're currently walking, we've walked here. We've walked here. So T is the first room, and we're going to keep walking this way. This is this, but then right here there's a dead end. So something about this should get marked. Does that make sense? We're gonna learn together how I want to mark that or make it make sense to myself. But okay, so I have to count the rooms, unfortunately. So this is 1. This is rank 2. This is rank 3. The other thing is I probably need doorways. Do I need doorways? I don't know if doorways matters. It might matter. Oh, doorways is going to be another problem. Okay, so this is 3. Let's take it one step at a time. This is 4. This is... I mean, so while we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right past 4, right here, would be like that. Oh my god, I just realized this layer that I'm doing this on should go way down. There we go, right there. This is 5. This is rank 6. No hallway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of a sudden, there is not a hallway here. At least on this side. I don't know. Maybe it possibly goes this way. I don't know if that even makes sense. This is 7, 8. We'll worry about it later. 9. Here. We're still at 61 footsteps, by the way. So that means that walking along this hallway, I see a couple short dead ends. I see lots of longer hallways. This one is closed off, and then you can actually go all the way to the end. Now, do I need to know doorways? I'm not sure. The other huge thing that I have not marked yet is, of course, lanterns. My thought on that is that right here in this upper right-hand corner, we should have something right here and right here. Let's go ahead and have a dot. I don't know. It looks like it's red, and then it looks like it's purple for right here. And then it looks like probably that is sort of the end, but I don't know if there's, I don't know if this tees or if it dead ends. So I'm not going to worry about this junction yet. Going left, I see red. I see red again. I see, I think, purple. Purple. And then probably red, red, red. Meaning there's 2 more lanterns left, but we're going to go all the way down and look. First, one step at a time here, guys. We simply have to yellow then purple. I probably should have just marked purple first. It's fine. Yellow then purple. Again, I'm not going to mark this because I don't... Oh, there's lots. We're going to have to double check our work and triple check our work and etc. I don't know if that's a T or if that's a junction. A T or a dead end is what I'm trying to say. This one looks like purple and then 4 reds, most likely. Purple. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This note is going to look insane by the time we're done with it. 1 purple, dead end, 2 purple. Junction is red, red, purple, purple, probably. Not this one, but this one. Red, red, purple, purple. And then it kind of looks like I can't see from there what happens. So we're going to just mark that and kind of... We'll see later. Okay, we have red, singular yellow. Red. That looks... Oh, that's actually orange. That looks like purple, purple, orange, green. You know what I'm really deathly afraid of? Not deathly afraid of, but you know what I mean. I'm very, very afraid of something right now. Do you guys want to hear what it is? Well, that's too bad because I'm going to tell you anyways. Purple, purple, orange, green. My monitor, the main monitor that I use, is the one that I'm playing the game on right now, has been giving me some sort of problems this year. In that, what I mean by that is I realized like about a month ago that what I see on this monitor is color. The colors are kind of off compared to what gets recorded and what I like. If I drag this document to another screen, the colors are very different between the 2 screens. The 3 screens, actually. I have 3 monitors. And I don't know which of them is more accurate, And so what I call orange on this screen, this right here looks pretty orange to me on this monitor. Over here, it looks a lot more yellow. Over here, it looks more red, and I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. And then to try and solve that problem, that looks like orange, 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 purple, purple. To try and solve that problem, I sort of reconfigured some of the settings on this monitor. And so now I think it's a bit closer to what it, quote unquote, should be. But as part of this, everything has changed a bunch of times, and now I have so little confidence in my... So my biggest fear is that you're like, Ryan, you're marking that shit yellow. Because it looks yellow to you. You're just going to have to trust me on it. I'm like pretty sure... One, two, three, four, and then orange. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then we need one red. I'm pretty sure I have it right, but I'm not utterly certain at all. So just so you know, yeah, basically, I hope that I can read it, even if you guys can't. You have to let me know. Do the colors look the same, or do they look completely wrong? Okay. We're doing some very interesting science here. It has nothing to do with Morajai boxes, but I'm going to keep it going, despite how much I want to just do Morajai boxes. I think the next most interesting thing, given the map that we have, is this. Let's go up rank, like the second to east hallway. Let's go up this hallway and see what happens. 1, will I lose any footsteps? 2, what junctions will I discover, etc., etc. So this is rank 1, quote unquote. We're at 61 footsteps. When I go up rank 1, sorry, first things first, that is a blue light. I should have paid attention to that. Holy shit. Oh no, there's a blue light. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, so that's a blue light here. Then red, orange. That's red, orange. Then potentially a dead end, but I don't know if it's a dead end or a T, so I'm not going to mark it, etc. Okay. Then we look this way. We see red, red. Welcome to the depth of insanity. It's you know, this ought to be fun. Okay, so this is rank 2. Rank 2, we have, after that we have, so I'm checking my document. We have orange correct, orange correct, orange correct, purple, and then what looks like as the 5th lantern in the file being purple, which I think is correct. Then we get red, and this is a dead end. So that means here we go boom. And I think I should probably make these dead ends a little bit more obvious. So this one's right here. So let's go ahead and color these in. Nice and good. Okay. Of course, where I did this before, I did not have perfectly, you know, I can't believe when I drew this fucking grid that I I really wish I would have drawn it more even. Looks like my child and I just got done drawing on the driveway outside with some chalk, some driveway chalk that she got as a gift. And I'll tell you what, her lines might be straighter than mine. She's still one. Her lines are not straighter than mine. I absolutely own her at driveway art. She has no idea She's in over her head. I'm way better than her. Okay. So, here's the cool thing. Stepping through all of these hallways, we have had 0 footsteps change. Loss. 0 footstep loss. I think if we go one further, that remains true. I think it is right here that we lose footsteps. So, let's do the same thing. The rooms themselves are in like ranks and files. The hallways, I don't know what to call it. This is like hallway A, B, C, D. This would be hallway D, E, F. You know, maybe this is hallway D. I don't know. We have red, yellow, red, orange, orange. So we have red, yellow. I should have marked another red. The insanity of the you know what's really starting to make me a little bit concerned here? Each room outside of it is going to have like this room right here has 4 lanterns outside of it. Now, to me, the lanterns signify the path, not the room. But if I'm wrong about that, it's about to get very confused. Oh, brother. Okay, we're not going to think too deeply about it. Our job is not to solve the puzzle. Our job is to annotate the puzzle. The solution will come when it comes. Our job is not to solve the puzzle. Our job is to annotate the puzzle. The solution will come when it comes. We're going to keep an eye on our footsteps. Okay, I can see now that right there is... So we're on this row. We went to... Yeah, okay. So we're right here. This right here is not a... So we walked up here, we're looking this way. This is a dead end in this way. And not the other way, if that makes sense. It's a T-junction, not a dead end. Gonna lose my mind. Okay, yellow. Orange, purple, purple. Done. Okay, looks good. We got red. From red, we got... Yep, we got orange and then green. That I have notated. Okay. Then we have orange. This should be a dead end. It is. Okay, it's not a dead end. It is a L. Okay. So this is huge. So we are currently right... I believe we are currently... We need a star that's like, here's where you are currently. I believe we are currently right here. Should be 1 orange to our left, 1 orange to our right. Yes, perfect. So then from there, what we actually have is a... So we're right here. What this is a T this way. And a... yellow right there. Okay. So the T goes left there. It does not go right. Which means that I actually have a couple very interesting things to try and solve. This hallway right here, I've never set foot in. So we'll have to do that at some point. Same with this. Like when I was going up, I couldn't see this. Does that make sense? We also should probably... Oh my god. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back seat? Okay. So that was yellow, lefty. This is red, and it's just a dead end. So this is here. This is... Oh boy. This is red. I'm trying to double check my work here because getting it wrong would be a little It would be very confusing to future Ryan. Oh, no, that's not the right red. Must have clicked on the outside of the circle. Okay. That's where we're at now. We go forward. We still have not lost a single footstep. That's foundation, which is kind of... No, you can't go down, right? There's no way to go down. I was like, wait, can you go down? There's so many... Oh my god, there's so many cool rooms. Okay. Ballroom is different. Purple, purple. Okay. So I know exactly where we are. So to the right, we have red, red. To the left, we have purple, purple. And then this right here is actually a purple. And it is a T that goes both left and right. So let's go to that T that goes both left and right. Right here. Yeah, and then this is a... To the right, we have purple, purple. Which dead-ended into a thing we could not see. Cool. And to the left, we have yellow dead end. So, to the left, we have yellow dead end. Sorry, you got to draw these lines as straight as you can, right? Like, it'd be crazy not to draw. It'd be crazy not to draw straight lines. Brother. Okay. Perfect. So from where we're at, I kind of want to see if I lose footsteps going horizontally rather than vertically. So because... So right there looks like something that goes left. And I'm pretty sure it also goes right. It does. So, I want to set foot over here. Nothing. Cool. So we are now right here. This part was a dead end. To the south, we have red, purple. You could, man. I'm so happy I'm playing this now that this part of the game, now that my daughter sleeps really well through the night, because if you were sleep deprived or in red, purple, or in any way red, purple, not at your best, you would be, this would be impossible to keep straight. Red, purple. The colors are really nice, though, because they give you... I mean, you have coordinates all around. Purple, yellow, red, purple, red, purple. Like, there's only one place on the map that I could be that has that specific set of coordinates. And in fact, I can now orient myself and be like, I need to face north, which has to be this way because of how this works. So here's what I want to do. Where are the other gaps in our understanding? There's one right here. So we do need to go back to this to get this lantern. We also could use going up, seeing what's here, or seeing what's here. So I would like to go north. I would like to go north. I'm not gonna look into the rooms too much right now because I'm not going to look into the rooms because I want to go in the rooms. That's the problem. I'll tell you what the problem is. I want to go into the rooms, and I don't have the time for that. I cannot be distracted from this current puzzle. So, from this current note-taking task. So, this right here is a dead end. It goes neither left nor right. I will first go left. Red, then 3 red. I want to look left. This should be a dead end. It is. It's yellow. Oh boy. Okay. That's right here. Then I want to look to the north, which is yellow-purple, which tells me purple. Nope, never mind. That doesn't tell me. Yellow, purple. I assume every part of what we're doing right now, by the way, is part of the solution for a hidden hue. I haven't said that out loud yet, but that is 100% on my mind. This has got to be hidden hue related. Okay, interesting. Yellow, purple, yes. Our purple. Okay, so our map stops right here. Like when I looked down this hallway, I couldn't see this. That's because this right here is in fact a dead end. So that is a dead end. That is a dead end. Okay. Now because of that, I should look left here. Red, but it goes left and right. So this is red. I'm right here, right? Yeah, I'm right here. So red, then it goes left and right, meaning the junction, the dead end is on the western side of this. Okay. Then this does dead end here. So this right here is also a dead end. Now here's the problem. I don't want to go down here because I'm still testing my footstep thing. In terms of the hallways, let me go back. There. Okay. Let me try and describe what I'm doing. This right here is where, oh no. This right here is where we need to go. It'll be the entire eastern side of the map of the minus this one actually. Of the lanterns mapped out. If I can get those two places. Then after I do that, we can continue to track, we can continue to test, so it should be right here, the footstep problem. I'm still at 61, which is very interesting. My guess is that stepping in and out of rooms is a footstep user, but there was something that happened in the hallways as well, and I'm curious about that. Okay, so that's purple. We go back, we go south for a very long time. We go, sorry, left here, then right, then to purple, then we go right, left. I'm looking at my map. You guys can't see it. I think left again. Yeah. So I think this is this. We'll double check that just by looking around. Do I see a purple to the left, a purple to the right? I do. Excellent. Okay. So. Okay. It is my guess that if I step, oops. Okay, it is my guess. I am standing currently right here. If I step towards this orange lantern to my west, I am under the impression that I may lose footsteps. But I would like to test that. If so, when? No. I haven't lost a single one. Okay. So then, to test that even more, that was orange, green. Let's go one to the right, and let's just run to the edge of the house. 61. 61. Okay, this is the westernmost spot of the house. And I have not lost a single footstep. Interesting. So there's just something fucking weird about the hallway at the front of the house, right outside of the atelier. This right here. This line in the hallway and this line count as entering a room. Now I'm going to test something. Wait, 59. Do I lose a footstep getting in here? Yep. Yep. Okay. No way to open these doors. Everything else works exactly as you would expect. Why is that? You want to know the weirdest part of it all? That's 2 footsteps. That's 49. That's 48 somehow. Ugh, okay. Weird. Okay, let's keep our drafting method, our note-taking method going. We are now on sort of hallway C, if you will, right here. We are looking at yellow, yellow, orange. So this would be yellow, yellow, orange. Then purple with a dead end. So that's here. That's purple. Dead end. What a weird little house. What a weird little house. Green, green. We can go about this kind of however we want at this point, because now we've confirmed that there is no footstep loss. As far as I'm aware, we should be at 47 as long as we don't go back to the hallway directly out front of Atelier. I wonder, in a game where everything matters, I really wonder why that green, purple. I really wonder why that would be here. It's green and then purple. I wonder why that works the way it does. Okay, so here it is a dead end and a dead end. So both of these. Wait. It's a dead end? So these right here must both be dead ends. Meaning the only way to get to like the 3rd rank on the Western file is 3rd rank on the Western file is to go kind of a little bit to the east first. Oh yeah, this is all dead ends. Oh shit, yeah. But you can also just go through. The doorways matter. Oh no, the doorways matter. The doorways matter because that right there is a hallway. I am standing right here. I am standing right here, staring at this. Oh boy, do the doorways matter. Yeah, they do. Because I can't go through here, but I sure can through here. Okay. All right. That's awesome. I mean, that's so cool. That makes the puzzle so much more fun. So, the doorways matter. We're going to have to come up with a notation method for doorways. I kind of think for now, that's a next time problem. I think for now, my goal is just... let's map this shit. That is orange dead end. Be right there. I have an idea for how I can mark doorways. This is purple, purple. So either one of these right hand. That's green, dead end. Because if, as is my suspicion, the solution to a hidden hue is some sort of path following lanterns. 3 colors, primary colors, adds up to 18, something like that. Purple, green. Then one of the most creative routes to get, or maybe the only route to get, the if I needed to get 5 purples in a row, I could go here, step through this hallway, step into this room that goes here, step into this room that goes here, etc. in a way that I could not string 5 purples together otherwise. So that's definitely a part of it. So purple, this is a purple with a lefty. So it makes sense. This is all lining up. We're getting confirmation at every step that I have mapped this correctly, which is not all that difficult of a task, but still, it's really nice to have confirmation. Because a mistake at this point could be sort of like if we make the map wrong, then I'm at 47. I stepped in and out of a room once to go through. Okay, I'm at 45. Purple, purple. If we make a mistake at this point, you know, it could be real fatal for our later problem solving until we notice it. Here's one thing that we've absolutely noticed. Eastern file. Long lines, lots of straights. Western file, none of that. Lots of tipsy-turvy, more dead ends than you can count. Very difficult to get to this point right here. So we have purple, purple looking north. If we go forward, we should have one and then maybe one. Yeah, 1 and 1. Cool. Orange on both. This is a T and the other one is an L. So orange. This one's perfect. This one is an L. Perfect. Done. Let's go see what is south here. Green and orange. And both are dead ends. Green and orange. Did I do that correctly in terms of which color is which? Green should be south. Yes, I did. Okay. Dead end. Dead end. Okay, cool. So we should go over to hallway A, proceed to the right. That's orange, orange. We're getting there. There's not a lot of house left to map. Orange, orange. We should look to the right here. Purple, then righty. Wait, does that make sense? Oh, yeah. Purple, then righty. Then orange. Yeah, this is just a square. Okay, orange, orange. Purple, purple. Okay. So this one right here is purple. This is a dead end. And this is a dead end? Yes. Who knew all these tiny little walls would be a problem for us? Okay, orange. And then it is a lefty? Does that make sense? Because then how do you get here? Oh no, did we discover something? Did we discover something weird? First off, this is a thing. So let's keep mapping this, because if things get weird, it's going to be really important that we mapped everything we can. And I think things just got weird. Things just got weird, by the way. 138 episodes in. We're in a rough draft of a house. Things are starting to get weird. So, orange. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. So, that's dope. I mean, I don't know what it means, but this stretch of hallway cannot be accessed except for via doors. So you go into west wing hallway to here to passageway to get to the other side. So let's go this way first and see. Orange, orange, red. Finally, a hallway that is a couple. That is right here. Orange, orange, and then red. It was red, right? Yeah, red. Okay. Stepping forward. This should be a red to the left. A couple reds to the right. It is. It's a dead end. Which is interesting because of this. Oh my god, I just now realized. The rooms have been the same between runs. What if the lanterns aren't the same? Oh, brother. What if this is the thing that scares me. Shit, I should have thought of this earlier. This is the thing that scares me. When you click on the door, it says test draft. And then shit change, and then it shuffles you past a bunch of rooms. I'm very nervous that means that something about what's happening inside of here changes. If it's the lantern colors... Oh, if it's the lantern colors, at least if it's only... Okay. Things that could change. The rooms. We're pretty sure those don't change. The answers inside of the Morajai puzzle boxes, that would be a pain in the ass. The posters. That would also be a pain in the ass. And wouldn't make sense for the puzzle that we're trying to solve with letters. Where the dead ends are, like the maze, the labyrinth of it all, right? If the labyrinth of it all changes, that's one problem. If the lanterns of it all changes, that's another problem. Partially what I mean by that is I've just spent an hour chucking all this shit into a terrible ass looking Photoshop document. So if any of it changes, I'm going to feel like a fucking fool. But more importantly, if it changes, that means I have to... I don't know what that means for the sake of the puzzle. At this stage, I think it makes sense to annotate it all. Tomorrow, we will check everything to see if it stays as it should. If it stays as it should, or like if it stays the same, that means we're operating with one kind of puzzle. If it does not stay the same, that means we're operating with an entirely different kind of puzzle. Okay, we have orange, left and right here. We have to at this point, we should keep trucking. Orange, left, and right. What I probably should have done is say red, dead end. What I probably should have done is I probably should have said, okay, mental note, here are the lanterns that I can see looking down this hallway. Orange, 4 reds in a row. Here is what room is right here. Here is the letter. Here is where the first dead end that I can spot is. let me go solve some more Ajay puzzle boxes. I'll come back tomorrow, and if everything is in the same place, then I could reasonably assume, okay, we're gonna go ahead and this is 2 reds. We're gonna go ahead and red. Assume that it's worth graphing it all. So this is a red right there, which means that all we have left to do is, you know, all of this and all of this. This is orange red, this is red. We should have 2 or 3 lanterns in a row here. Only 2, which is interesting. How do you get to the antechamber? This is one of the ways I thought this might go. When this dead end popped into the game, when I could not make it to this room, I was like, huh, weird. I wonder if the pathing to get to here might be a little difficult. I don't remember if there's a door here or a door here. That's the next thing we have to freaking annotate, but we should go here, look to the right. It should be red, orange, yeah, etc. We should go here. This is a dead end, okay? It stands to reason that if we would enter a house for a house like this, a house like the first house, despite it also being different, at this point in the game, we have a fresh start. Something about that fresh start has to, in some ways, mirror the that's vestibule. Okay. Has to in some ways mirror the structure of the puzzle that we solved once before, right? Like in the other house, one of our first things was try to get to room 46. To do that, you have to open antechamber doors. So we just popped into right here. So right here, we have. Oh my god! For a second, I thought that was 2 separate colors because of the way that the light hit that. I thought that this lantern was red and orange simultaneously, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind if the lanterns can be 4 different colors based on what side you're seeing. Okay, orange red. So this is, we are right here. So this is orange, red. We have these 3 to map, and we probably have some dead ends in there. And then I want to step it. I mean, I'll do it right now. Okay, I think we found it. I think we found what we're looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Okay, that right there. Sweet. Dope. That's cool. So if we step out here, this should be red. Red. Go to the left. Red. Okay. There's pool. How do I get to where I'm trying to go? Because this is orange, red, dead end. So orange, red, dead end right here, I believe, is where I'm looking. How do I get through it? I think this will work if I go through here. Investor needed, by the way. I'm just saying. Weird pool room. If I go... red, orange, orange. If I go left, then right. I cannot. Go left or right. 2 reds to my left, 2 reds to my right. Okay, here's what I'm looking at. I'm currently right here. You know, I'm right here. This is also a dead end. So, I would need to turn around, go down to orange and hope that this goes left. It does not. In terms of hallway, okay, I should talk this through. I'm currently trying to get to these rooms via hallways, partially because I think we need to map out where every dead end is as much as we need to map out where every lantern is. So it's very useful to me to know that this is a dead end. If I go to the right, this should be a dead end yellow. It is. Perfect. Cool. This room is... Okay, so... dead end yellow. That doesn't take me where I want to go, but it might be the quickest way to get to the other side. Here. This is a dead end yellow, but if this doorway... Nope, if this doorway... Right there. Okay, I am at yellow, looking south. Purple, yellow, south. I wish you guys could see what I'm driving, like, looking at the GPS the entire time. I'm at yellow, purple, looking south. I need to go to the right, which I think is this doorway out of dark room. So here. It's related to passageway once again. So, yellow. That is right here. Also a dead end. Looking north is yellow. Should be a dead end. It is. Excellent. And yellow. Dead end. So this little stretch of 3 yellows here is very weird because it is very difficult. It is impossible to get to via hallway. You have to get to it via and I think the other thing is that this room is a dead end that with 1 entrance. The room itself is a dead end. It's laundry room. It has 1 entrance. This is passageway, which has lots of entrances and exits. This one is dark room. And this room right here is a dead end as well. So many of the hallways that border these rooms are really hard to get into. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here's what I want to do now that we've done all of that. I think, first off, we should look at our work. Minus this up here, I believe we have every... And this was weird because this was vestibule and there's a special door here, right? I believe we have every lantern. It should be basically 5 per horizontal hallway, hallway file. And like 9? 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah, it should be 9, right? Per vertical hallway. Yeah. I'm not seeing any gaps. Cool. Ooh, okay. I hope that we also got all of the dead ends. I think it's very possible that we missed some dead ends, especially in this corner of the map. But I tried, and I think it's possible we missed some. We'll have to keep making notes as we go. Here's what I want to do with the rest of this episode. I want to go back to the start. And where am I? Purple, orange. I'm kind of on hallway D, I think. I want to double check. I want to go into the first couple rooms in the house and see if the Morajai puzzle boxes stay solved. See if they're the same rooms that I remember. See if so this is entrance hall. We have cane and can. Okay, this is good. So this is entrance hall, cane and can. Should say lies inside of the Morajai puzzle box that we solved. But the puzzle box has closed, which is a problem. Okay. Okay. That's fun. Why would it close? Clog and cog is L, and then this should be the. This one was purple. Purple moves south. These rotate around. Orange grabs the color of the thing. So we want to grab a lot of purples and then rotate them, basically, I think. It doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, so if this one is the, we can reasonably assume that was something we'd already solved, but the L and the remain the same. So that's good. That's very good. Now, I solved the Morajai puzzle box in here, but I did not solve the poster. Still. Yeah, and I don't know. I do not know about that one, so we're gonna leave that one alone. That was 1, 2, 3. Dang it, I do remember that now. Okay, probably shouldn't have stepped inside of there. I kind of want to do like one Morajai puzzle box just to see. What is this? That is a bunk room. That is a bunk bed, I should say. That is either a rosaries, a rosary, you know, a necklace, pearl. Okay, well, don't know how I feel about that one. Give me a Morajai puzzle box to solve. That's what I want. Where's your puzzle box? Right there. All right. We got 16 footsteps. Let's put them to use. We have, I'm telling you, even dragging this document over to my other monitor, the orange looks more yellow. Oh boy. The blue looks a little more kind of purplish. I don't know. Blue does whatever the center does. This is pink, so it rotates. You grab whatever is around you. We will need more blue. So I honestly think making a couple blues like that is great. I think then we probably put a pink in the center somehow. Like that. Then we... Oh boy. Make them all blue if we can. And anything that we click should currently rotate. However, you also run the danger of... This should be relatively easy. Come on. No, that was bad. That right there should do it. Yeah, okay. Ooh, it's impossible to talk about. So this is the next... This is right here. Past we seek what's... It's right here. We seek what's is a phrase I know. We seek what's in the shade of truth. Do I go past we seek what's? AKA past that sign inside of the bunker? The underground? Past we seek what's? Let's go one to the right and see what happens. So if I step out of this room to red, I'm either stepping out south or east. I stepped out to red and I looked left and it was red. Meaning I think cloister is, yeah. So blue, red. So that means this is the next one to solve. So what is this? First off, we have corn or husk or home. Home and cob, which is M. So that is M. Done. Beautiful. Okay, this is rotates. This is shifts row to the right. This is nothing. Red turns black to red. We need... Oh, no, it's multiple. Oh, you fucker. So this is red. And then heart is, I think, orange, right? Shit. How do I get orange in the... How do I get orange in the corner here? Like this. Yeah. So, okay. So first off, we got to make a couple more notes. And we are going to do it the same old terrible style that I did before, which is drawing a shitty line. So the heart, which is kind of a weird looking heart. It's like boom, boom. Oh, this is the worst heart I've ever drawn. Actually, I'm a genius. That's not bad at all. Okay. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think this is Carrerica, right? Nailed it. How do you do this? I mean... You cannot change either of the orange. You do have to do this, but you have to do that probably last because you need to... I think this works. No, it's got to be one further away. So, like this gets you both orange. No, shit. I was thinking orange had to be at the top. Orange has to be at opposite sides. So, oh, this is fun. Boom, boom. Wait. Hold up. No, not right. Okay, I have an idea. That gets red here. If I hit this right now, this becomes red. Unfortunately, this also changes. Fuck. We can maybe solve that problem later. Yes, we can. Yes, we can solve that problem now by hitting this button. Then I just have to rotate this once. I have to rotate. Okay, we have to. Pink is weird. If you use it in the corner, it's great and causes no problems with any of the other corners. However, you can't actually navigate the thing you want into the corner. So we have to use pink on the sides, which is a problem because it fucks up your corner. However, then we can... No, that doesn't work. I did not mean to click that. That's a problem. Pink in the center could be great. Hold up. Did I just solve it? No. Red, red. Oh, they're not quite opposite yet. This is going to be one of those ones where you just have to kind of click it a couple times to get it. I think what we probably want is actually... I don't want to restart here. We want pink in the center, and then like orange opposite and red and black opposite. The problem is that's actually less easy to do than... No. We're going to get this. It makes sense. In my head, it makes sense. That's it. But backwards? Yes. Got it. I'm telling you. I know when it makes sense in my head. We seek what's left of the lies we cast. Past we seek... I don't know that it's what's in the shade of truth. I think it's actually we seek what's... I think what's happening in this one is the lines start and end in different places. Past is, I think, the end of the last clause. And then we seek what's left of the lies we cast is the last clause or sentence here. Okay, there's one. If I step out and I see orange, this is to the north. So we can just go here. That's cob and something that doesn't make sense. So corn, husk. I come from a family of farmers, like generations of farmers. In fact, on both sides of my family. In fact, on both sides of my biological family and both of my step parents' families as well. All of them, if you go back any generations at all. My grandparents, my dad, they're farmers. They're farmers. We grow corn and we grow soybeans. If I can't get corn, then I can't get anything. Here's my problem. I'm looking at an ear. It could be an ear. It's an ear and a gear. It's an ear and a gear. I was like, husk is not actually... I'm looking at some husk. I'm looking at kind of a cob, but not really. I'm definitely looking at an ear of corn. Ear and gear is what makes sense. So it's got to be G. I made the farming ancestors proud today. Let's go. Okay. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going until I have not a lot of footsteps left, / I run out of time to record. Okay. This is pink. Rotate around the circle. This is white. Which apparently if you click it, it takes it and surrounding white to a different color. I don't to gray. Pink rotates you. I don't remember where. I feel like we read this, but I don't remember where. But I think there is a... Oh, man, I do not remember where it is in the game. But... Oh, no. Guys, I have terrible news. I can't draw them. I can't grab my drawings. Oh, no, I needed to group my drawings. Yeah, I can only grab part of my drawings. Okay, we'll have to fix that later. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry, we'll fix it in post. Y equals change surrounding similar color to gray. Change, how would you phrase that? Turns changes itself plus similar to great. And similar neighbors to gray. That is the longest ass explanation I have ever read. I've ever written or read. Listen, it's late in an episode. My brain's getting a little loosey-goosey. What can I say? Okay. We need, wait, how can I do this? Is white wildcard? Hold up. Is white wildcard? No. What's happening here? Is there a way? Wait. So none of these can change to blue. So purple just moves south. If it is surrounded by multiple colors, is there any? Do I have notes on this? I feel like I should have notes on this if it. Sorry, I'm just playing with it real quick, trying to see if I can get it to be like... I don't think this makes sense. I don't think this one makes sense. Okay, very quickly, let me check my notes. A Morajai puzzle box that has... white. Wow, this goes to show you how much of this episode has been spent in Photoshop. I haven't even looked at my actual written notes today. Not a single time. I have a couple things that I want to think about. Vera is the pink one. What does white mean? And basically what I'm trying to figure out is like, where would my notes for what the white tile on a Morajai puzzle box actually means? The white tiles on the black box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolate's army. So they're meant to be the Desolate's army, which is crazy. That's the only place... So this is impossible to solve. Thoughts? Like, it's got to be. It's blue, 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 blue. They're all blue. There's nothing... Now, hold up. Let's try something. Okay, that's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. It's like the white on the utility closet. Oh boy, which is that actually if you click it, it sort of moves. Here's what I want to know. If you click it blue here, will it stay blue if a different color... I don't know if this even makes sense. Like in general, the rule with Morishai boxes is that if you click a corner blue... Shit. If you click a corner blue, it will... If you click a color, if you click a corner to be one color, it will immediately unclick if another color lands in that slot. What if that weren't true with either gray or white? It appears to be true with gray. Is it true with white? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I don't know how to solve this. I mean, I can't make it... I can make everything... I can make it so that there's no blue. How do I make it so that there is no blue and also... no... I can't make them all white. Can I make them all gray? Shit. This one does not make any sense. Yeah, you can make it all gray pretty easily. That's crazy. I don't know what to do with that one. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I probably need to call it an episode there. We have some things to learn. Horse and potato? Horse and something? I don't know. We're gonna have to call it a day there. I want to make it to Secret Passage to call it a day, so I'm gonna get there. Whew. Well, I think we did probably a necessary piece of mapping things out today. However, we still have more to map, and we certainly have more Morishai puzzle boxes to solve. And it turns out we have a problem, which is that I should at least mark it for myself so that I remember that it's rough. This one, right? I'm gonna say this one is hard, so that I have it for my own notes. I will also make the text bright red. Okay. Whew. We'll call it a day right here. The puzzling continues. The puzzle lives to fight another day, but it won't live forever. I'm going to tackle it eventually. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. But if you did enjoy it, I mostly just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. It's been the dream of a lifetime to get to play this game for you. It has forced me... Playing it for you guys, for YouTube, has forced me to sit down twice a week and record, and more than that at the start, but to sit down and record and to try to tackle a project or a puzzle that at some points has felt very hard, very far from being possible to solve. And so it is a real... I just want to acknowledge the part of this relationship that is a gift to me, which is that when you expect an episode on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. or Thursday morning at 8 a.m., that puts some responsibility on me to film an episode and to film my process, even if I don't feel like I can solve it. And that has forced me to keep sitting down and eventually solving it. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart if you're still watching this. Thank you from the bottom of my blue heart. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye.